Let's take a look at the poll results and see where we wound up. Yep, I put the middle ground in there, and that's what took it. But actually, no, Vandy's very good, gets the second place, and then third place is yes, I've seen enough. I am surprised by that response. I am absolutely surprised. I thought it would be a little hotter than that today, so you surprised me, folks. Thank you very much. Appreciate you playing along. Let me ask these guys. You heard your compatriots, Jimmy Himes. Do you think that Heupel's going to spend this offseason on a fan hot seat, fan-built hot seat, an administration hot seat, or no hot seat?
Fan hot seat. But because you lose to Vanderbilt, and it doesn't matter how good Vanderbilt is.
Oh, yeah.
So we talked about how if you beat Florida and lose to Vanderbilt, you've undone the goodwill.
Yep.
So, yes, fan hot seat. Administrative hot seat, I would say no. I think the administration understands where they were before he got here. I think the heavy donors understand where you were before he got here. So I don't think they're going to drive the bus to put him on the hot seat. So I'm going to say yes to the fans, no to the administration.
Chuck.
I feel pretty much the same way. I think it's the fans, but I also think there needs to be some strong evaluation about what we're doing, who's doing it, and what can we do better. I just don't think you.
Where are you going with that?
Well, maybe it would start with Danny White. Maybe it would start with that look on Josh Heupel's face and his comments after that second half. He was like, "We've had some tough times, but I don't think I've ever felt like this before." That you can't let that happen again. So you got to look in the mirror across the board and see if there's something that you need to change and do better. So I think it's a little bit more than just a fan. I really do.
So you think there's an administration hot seat that's coming in?
I know, maybe not a hot seat, but I think it's a little warm. I really do.
Okay.
So you think Danny White's going to tell him to get rid of a coach?
No, I just think there's going to be some serious evaluations about what we're doing and why. Listen, you didn't beat a ranked team all season. You've now lost 6 straight to ranked teams. Mm-hmm. That's not the direction you want to go.
I say fan and partially administration. Here's why I say administration. I think you've got to reevaluate where you are as a football team.
Exactly.
We've heard the last couple of years where guys have left and gone other places. Alex Golish, what was the receivers coach that ended up going to the Saints, and then we promote Kelsey Pope?
Cody Burns?
I think you got to. Administration is probably going to say, look, we got to reevaluate where we are. I think Danny White's very serious about, I want to win championships. I want to compete for championships. And we're not close to that right now from a talent standpoint. And so what I would say is from administration-wise, I don't think he wants to see we're promoting guys up anymore. Let's go get someone that fills a void where we're not strong at. That means if we need better recruiting, let's go get a guy that can go recruit. If we need more production from our receiver room or offensive line room, let's go get guys that can actually put us over the edge of that, make you a little bit more uncomfortable because it's not a guy that's on your staff already, but he challenges you and challenges his football team to get better where we need to be.
Right. Daniel, fan hot seat, administrative hot seat?
Yeah.
No hot seat.
No. I think a hot seat is warranted. And it's just, I have a core belief, this may be right or wrong, but when you're the leader, especially like Josh Heupel is, everything falls on you. We call it the extreme ownership principle. And when you look at the on-field results this year, it's not really where fans wanted to be. It wasn't the step forward that you hoped it would be. And then to me also, I think you can't overlook some of the off-season things that have happened too. You also had the Nico situation. I don't think it's Heupel's fault, but you're the leader. You're in control of all those things. You had the Boo Carter situation, everything else. And I know that's the era of football, but if you're a leader, everything starts and ends with you. And I would start having those conversations as an administration.
Good producer, you brought up the Nico situation. We did a poll here back in May when he left, and I've been sitting on it all year.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what everybody said then. The question was in May, will you give Heupel a pass if Tennessee struggles without Iamaleava? 84% said, yes, I back his decision. 5% said, well, sure, and 11% no, win anyway. The poll we did today doesn't match up with those numbers.
Exactly.
Well, does it?
No,
exactly.
it doesn't.
So I would say this. I've been holding off. My take is I don't think he should be on a hot seat. I think he's going to be on the fan hot seat. I think it's going to be a loud, noisy off season. I remember last year, in terms of not competing for championships, you were in the playoff a year ago, and you would have been in 2 of the 4 years if you had a 12-team playoff if this system were around. So my memory is not just this year. In terms of disappointing what you didn't do this year, Mike Stoll's here. Will Overstreet isn't here today, but the three of us last December after the Ohio State game said right here, it's a rebuilding year next year, 8-4. Said it on this show last December. Las Vegas said 8.5 wins.
Yes.
You won 8 games, and it would have been 9 if Gilbert hits a kick against Georgia. I don't know what everybody's freaking out about. I don't think Tennessee is too good for 8-4. If he goes 8-4 the next 5 years, you're too good for that. But if it's 11-2, 9-4, 10-3 playoff, 9-4, no, I think that's where most teams in the SEC, not named Alabama and Georgia, are. And I think that's where you are. I do think improvements need to be made in terms of talent. If you want to be up there with Alabama and Georgia, and that's where maybe if you're Josh Heupel, on your own, you may need to look at it and say, who's on my staff that is the ace recruiter? And do I use enough of the portal money? Those are legit, but I wouldn't put him on a hot seat personally. That's my take.